Today we're diving into the case of Jessica Guillot. She vanished on September 7th, 2013, and she was last seen leaving her residence in Simpsonport, Louisiana. Now, according to reports, Jessica had a bit of trouble throughout her adolescence, having her fair share of ups and downs, being involved with drugs and substance abuse, and having a few run-ins with the law. But by the time she was 21, she had started making better decisions. In 2013, she was a mother herself to two adoring children, and she seemed to finally be on the right track. So, on the day Jessica disappeared, she had dropped her daughter off at her mother's house, and she was never seen or heard from again after that. When Jessica's mother arrived at her residence to try to find her, she discovered that the place had been ransacked, with everything in complete disarray. On September 11th, her mother would then report her missing. Fast forward to October, 1 month after she vanished. 5 people were charged with aggravated kidnapping in connection to her disappearance. Asa Bentley, Chadwick McGee, Tamika Williams, Willie Price Jr., and Donnie Edwards. Bentley and McGee were also charged with aggravated assault with a firearm. Authorities believe Jessica was abducted because of some stolen cash and cocaine. What's even more heart-wrenching is Jessica and Williams had a family connection. You see, Jessica's nephew is Williams' daughter's half-brother. According to reports, Williams pled guilty, and when she took the stand, she confessed to being in the car with the others while they were searching for Jessica. She testified against them at their trials and stated that Bentley sat on top of Jessica, threatening and choking her as she pleaded for her life. For 10 to 15 long minutes, Jessica endured pure torture. Williams said she heard choking sounds and what sounded like someone being hit. Next would come sounds of breaking glass and the foul odor of defecation. Williams claimed she never looked behind her to see what was happening, and soon after, she was just dropped off at her apartment. But the next day, Bentley took her to a field where they would dispose of the body, with Williams reportedly still refusing to look at it. Investigators searched the SUV where the crime allegedly took place, but they couldn't find any forensic evidence. But in July 2014, McGee was convicted of simple kidnapping and was sentenced to life in prison without parole after being labeled a habitual offender. His conviction was subsequently vacated after the appeals court ruled that the evidence showed only that McGee was present at the time of Jessica's kidnapping, not that he actually took part in the crime or intended to do so. But yet and still, the prosecution appealed the case to the Louisiana Supreme Court, who reinstated McGee's original life sentence conviction. Bentley and Price were convicted of second-degree kidnapping in January and March of 2015, respectively. And in May, just before his trial was set to begin, Edwards pleaded guilty to simple kidnapping. None of them have been charged with murder. Now, let's describe what Jessica looked like at the time of her disappearance. She stood 5 feet, 2 inches tall and weighed 125 to 135 pounds. She had black or dark brown hair and brown eyes. Jessica had a scar on the left side of her face, reaching from the corner of her mouth towards her left cheek, as well as a tattoo on the left hand with the letters HBC. Her middle name is Raquel, and her dental and DNA records are on file. Anyone with information regarding Jessica Guillot's case is urged to contact the Avoyelles Parish Sheriff's Office or their local authorities. Their information as well as the agency case number can be found below. And if you're intrigued by stories like Jessica's, tune into Hunting for Answers, a true crime podcast. Find us on Apple, Spotify, YouTube, or wherever you like to podcast.